been quite the roller coaster ride the last month. After spending 2 weeks in the hospital, Mark was finally starting to do better, and he was ready to be discharged. The day before he was discharged, I started to feel a little bit ill. My son had strep throat, so I thought maybe I was coming down with that as well. I managed to get Mark home from the hospital and get him settled in after he was discharged, but then I really started to feel very, very sick, and I spent a couple of days on the couch just sleeping. I ended up being taken to urgent care, thinking that I just needed some antibiotics to finally start feeling better. But unfortunately, after I got to urgent care and they checked me over, they took my oxygen and it was only in the 80s. So they said, unfortunately, I definitely needed to go to the hospital. I needed to be put on oxygen, and I definitely needed a chest x-ray. Once I got to the hospital, they ended up admitting me because my oxygen level was so low. They also took a chest x-ray and realized that I had pneumonia. They then tested me for COVID and the flu, and it turns out I had the flu B. I have never been that sick before in my life. Granted, I have Crohn's disease and I've dealt with a lot with that, and I've had a couple surgeries due to that, but this was totally different. I was so nauseous. I felt absolutely terrible. I had no energy whatsoever, and I just couldn't handle it anymore. I just couldn't wait to get better. I ended up spending 3 days in the hospital. I was on oxygen for the first day and a half, and they also put me on IV antibiotics. After a few days, I started feeling a little bit better, and I was able to get discharged and go home. This was one of my worst fears. Of course, I was too sick to be able to do anything and ended up in the hospital, so I needed help taking care of these horses. I am so grateful and beyond blessed to have the best boarders and horse friends that came and took care of these animals while I was unable to. It's normally a one-woman show around here, and I take care of everything, so it was very humbling not to being able to take care of them and having to rely on others to help. Thankfully, I am feeling much better now, and I am back to almost being myself and feeling much more like myself. And we actually ended up getting some really nice weather, so the horses really enjoyed being naked and having some grooming time and some arena time, and you can definitely tell that spring is coming because all of the horses are shedding out. Also, Mark has been home and is doing very, very well and is on his way to recovery. Slowly but surely, he's getting better every day. We had 2 days that were in the 60s, almost 70 degrees actually this day. And it's crazy that the bugs are already coming out. You can see by Stanley's body language that he is very irritated by these bugs. We have gotten so much rain prior to this nice weather that there were just thousands of mosquitoes everywhere. As soon as the sun started to go down, they were just all over the horses. So I did have to get the fly spray out, which is crazy because it's only March. There's a silly, silly boy. Oh, the silly, silly boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What's Bud doing over there? Huh? Look at how dirty you are. Yeah, Jim? What's your very dirty boy? Look at how dirty you are. Oh, look at your face. Even though we still had a river running through one of the paddocks and everything was still quite wet from all the rain, we're extremely lucky that the arena dries so well, and we literally just had one little puddle. So next was Fergus's chance and his turn to get out in the arena and have a nice roll, and then he needed a really good grooming afterwards. Oh, who's just sip in the bucket? Oh yes, he says thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. It's right here, huh? Is that the spot? Hmm? That's the spot? Yeah? Wow. Look at all the hair we're getting, Bud. All the hair. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bring you back in and do your feetsies. Yeah. Okay, let me get this hair out. You can tell it is shedding season. Look at that. And do this side of your face. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I know, but you got dirt. Hold on. You can't get this. What's happening over there, huh? Okay, alright. I think you're good, Bud. Just gotta do your feetsies. Can I see your face? Can you see your forelock? Good boy. Well, maybe. Yeah, good boy. I didn't get all the dirt off you, but I know he's not a big fan of having his mane brushed. I know. Easy. Oh boy. There we go. That's gotta feel good right there. Someone is definitely in need of a makeover and will be getting his mane trimmed very soon. I really wish this warm weather was here to stay, but unfortunately there's more rain and colder days in the future forecast.